Oh, this isn't a little batch. Right. I've made a clearing. So, oh, we're on widescreen again today, aren't we? Let's start pulling out some cards now. Some of these cards I'm not going to be able to test in this machine. Like this one. That is not going to work in this machine come hell or high water. This is modern anyway, like a 3450. That's pretty modern for an AGP card. We can try this in Chompy at some point, but it's probably a wall hanger. Same with this Radeon 9600 Pro. I can't physically plug that in. And I've already got Radeon 9600 Pros coming out in my ears, but if I can make it run, then that's great. So I'll put them aside. Right. An SBO 730, which I believe is a X-Fi Extreme Audio. No excitement for that. Is excitement for this. This is the Big Brother version of the card that's currently in the machine. This will be the first one we test, because it should basically just be... If it's going to work, this will be plug and play. Savage 4 Pro. Weirdly, no heatsink from factory, and there's no holes to mount a heatsink. If this goes, we will have to come up with a cooling system for it. MX 440 8 times. It's a gain rod card. It's nothing exciting. Let's see. Oh yeah, the creepy card. Who else but Albatron would make an MX 440 in PCI? This one we can't actually effectively test because that big tang on the front is for its ADC connector. It's a Mac card. So basically e-waste. Because anyone who's got a Mac has probably already got a card in it. A good old Trident. Now the thing that, yeah, but you got physical incompatibility because there's the tang hanging out for ADC. A Trident TGUI 9440 isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but what is a little bit exciting about it is the fact that for some reason they socketed all of its VRAM. Which means I can take that VRAM off and I can put that into the Vision 864 that's in my 486. Or I can shoot out and see if the TGUI 9440 is slower or faster than the Vision 864. So this is actually quite timely to get this little card. We'll be able to make good use of this in due course. This is a little bit less exciting. We've had our fair share of interesting lead techs on the channel over the time. This one's not that exciting. It is a WinFast A380, I believe. A360, I should say. It's an FX 5700. Nothing too flash or wonderful or exciting. But check out that rust on that mesh. Gnarly. While we're on the FXs, this cute Inno 3D 5500. The thing is glistening, shiny, fresh. I'd be surprised if this doesn't work. And finally, the card that actually made me buy this box lot. TI 200. But like I said the other day, it looks like she's from Rotorua. Look at the state of that fan. The chrome's all just fallen off. Like, I've never seen that before. Fan spins freely though, so I hope this one. I hope this one runs, because that would be an amazing little card to get sorted out. Oh, the reason I say Rotorua is because Need Nerd actually had there was twin Syrians, EPJ52 and EPJ53. I had EPJ52 down here. EPJ53 was with the technician in Rotorua. 52, the worst that it had was some stone chips in the bonnet, a bit of paint peel where a dairy cow had rubbed against it at one point. EPJ53, literally every piece of chrome badging on the car had fallen off. Or was black. Oh, I'm being antagonated. Oh, is that the one you got offered today? That looks exactly like the card that I'm going to be sending to Ento. It's very much the same as the card that's in Duality. The breakdown's pretty much identical, isn't it? Yeah. And the last thing that came in that box, LabTech X-Wave Yamaha XG sound card. Not something I really wanted or needed, but I'm going to say no to a sound card that's definitely going to have good performance. So, without further ado, let's start punching some cards in and see what happens. We'll start with the number 9, because it's already got a number 9. Current one. Bloody hell. They are almost identical. The difference is this one is an SR9 SD-RAM NLX 8MB. This one is just marked as SR9 AGP SD-RAM. This one should be a 16MB card, and it has actual DVI, which is a little bit surprising. Start up the capture card. Doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. I just immediately looked at it and went, that's probably not working, because he's probably using a piece of hardware that's inappropriate to test it. You knew that if it ended up in my pole, that it would eventually end up back in circulation anyway. Is the core any faster? Yes. So the one that I have been using is a Savage 4 LT. This one is a straight Savage 4, so it's double the RAM and slightly more clock. How much more clock? Well, let me go and let me go and compare. So, Savage 4 models. Savage 4 LT is a 0.25 process, 110 MHz, 110 MHz RAM, AGP 2 times. Actually, it may even be the same core. The biggest difference is basically just going to be that it's got more RAM in it. But we'll put it through its paces and see what happens. Is there a faster model? Yeah. There is a faster model. It's that one. The Savage 4 Pro is 125 MHz and 143 MHz RAM. So that should tick along a little bit nicer. And then the model up from that again is the Savage 4 Extreme, which is a little bit of an uncommon card. It is rated at 166 megahertz and 166 megahertz. And then from there you go into the Savage 2000, which is a bit of a rare bird. It's rated at 125 with 155 RAM. And fill rates are probably the thing that's the more interesting here. The fill rate of an LT is 110 MT a sec. The fill rate of the Pro isn't listed, but one would anticipate higher. The Extreme is 166. The Savage 2000 is 500. Apparently, the Savage 2000 was supposed to compete with the GeForce 256 in theory. Alright, step 1, because we're only doing 2 tests on each card today. Oh, damn it, there's a CD in the drive, isn't there? It's going to try and play music. I've got numbers from all previous testing of these cards, yeah. 86. Yes. Bro. Alright, save. And then we'll quickly zing it through 3D Mark. I've got a whole lot more respect for the Savage. Ooh, what did you just do? Capture card, hang on. There we go. Savage 4 is from like February 99. But they were a budget card, like from the hop. These were intended for cheap. Right, now why am I doing it at 644.80? Because all the other tests we did the other day were at 644.80 to compensate for Pro Media and shit like that. It's also what we tested the other one at, so we're just trying to give everyone a fair shake. It was probably hampering the TNT2 more than anything, having it running at lower resolutions. Yeah, Abby ran Savage 4s back in the day. She said that they were always pretty good, but the drivers were always shit. In fact, the Savage 2000, the last of the Savages, actually had hardware TNL. Like, it genuinely would have been a GeForce competitor. They fucked it up, as the hardware TNL never actually worked. It was just a dead part of the chip that did nothing. The other thing that's absolutely bananas, and I've never understood about the Savage series, is that the cards literally just look really cheap. Even the most expensive, nice ones just look really fucking cheap. Like, the fancy one, of course, is the Savage 2000. There's a Diamond 3D Stealth V something something. That's the fanciest version of that. And it looks so plain. Like, we're getting in the era where they've all got heat sinks and there's lots of stuff on the cards. Nah, none of that. Most of the Savage 2000s are like the super Spartan-looking half-height Chinese AGP thing with the old bloody serif text on the back. Which is fine. To be fair, this box has just paid for itself. Let me go over a look and see what the current going eBay rate is for a Number 9, Savage 4. Holy what? Holy shit, that person is smoking something harsh. Even my old LT, the wee old girl with the notch out of it, and now Mavanki knows what that notch is for. Even this card, going rate for these is about sort of $40, give or take. And apparently the card we're currently testing, most prices are floating around the $80 mark, roughly. But Savages in general are usually not too bad. $100 ex the UK for a Savage 4 Extreme, which is the 166 MHz version. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Diamond Viper 2 Z200 is the fancy Savage 2000. $133 from a man in Greece. That's achievable. And I kind of want one. I want a fancy Savage. So I'm enjoying my Savages at the moment. They're nice cards. And how are you, Kalindo? Welcome into Mountain of Random Graphics Cards I bought off internet, and do they work? I bought a box of graphics cards for $30. All of them are listed as I can't make them work. The first one we pulled out of the box is a number 9 SR9. It's a Savage 4, 16 meg, and as you can see, there's nothing fucking wrong with it. It's absolutely fine. So, I think he was just trying to use a machine that was too new and was unable to talk ye old high voltage AGP. That's my gut feeling of what's going wrong anyway. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I never had a Savage. In the period of time when these things were floating around, my machine was actually a K62, same as this. It was an MVP3 based K62 system, 300 MHz processor with a TNT2 Vanta. And it played Unreal Tournament, kind of good enough considering what all my friends were playing on. It could run Quake, it could run Duke Nukem 3D, all the stuff I was used to playing. It ran okay, you know, it could run GTA 2 at a pinch, all that sort of jazz. Which was all fair and lovely and well. And then when I upgraded to a dual Pentium 2 with a fancier TNT2, and then eventually with a GeForce 2 GTS in it. Right, save project as Sav4. And now we go result browser. Open. Apparently the other one was ever so subtly quicker. That might be because it just had a slightly higher CPU, mate. Oh, frames are about the same. Fill rate's higher. Well, that all suggests that this one is just a pinch quicker in some places. It's all within QE though, isn't it? Felt snappier. Yep, let's try the next Savage in the pile. So, for however many cards, we've got one success so far. The card I was most excited about and wanted to have work the most. So I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed. So this one is a Savage 4 Pro. I'm hoping this one works as well, because this should be just a wee punch quicker. Oh, you little prick. Hope that went positive. I think this one's actually cactus, guys. No, I don't think I need to clean this one, eh? This thing is eat your dinner off it clean already. That said, built for a good time, not a long time, you reckon? Hey, got a beep that time. Ah. Right. I think I know what may be causing its malaise. We can't do anything about it today. We may have to come back to it. So, what you probably can't see particularly well, notice these surface-mounted capacitors. The one on the far end there was bent over. So I pushed it back into place, and now the machine occasionally goes beep instead of... I reckon it's just got some damaged caps and that it's might be don't know, might be able to save it. set this one aside. Alright, what's next that's interesting? The FXs are about as interesting to me as Cold 6. Let's go straight for the money shot, shall we? Oh, hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, you're a sad little panda. Oh no, buddy. The GeForce 2. The GeForce 2's got this bad habit of working and then not working, and then working, and then not working, and then working, and then not working. This is a GeForce 3 Ti 200. If we get this working, this is properly cool. Whenever you're ready. Really get some sticky labels or something to put on these machines so I can put this one has this malaise. Come on. Ooh, sure, putting a random and random access memory. This was a box of graphics cards of dubious origin. So, one of them is absolutely perfect, so it's already paid for itself, but this one's got the sad.